Bail. Bottom line. Pretrial releases have benefited many people facing first arrests in Florida. But those benefits have shuttered the needs for many bail bondsmen, who are no longer as necessary. Pretrial services cuff bondsmen. Once lucrative career shackled by changes in court system. By Jonathan Scholes, staff writer. It wasn't long ago bondsman Brent Klein was making good money as business boomed. Not quite Dog the Bounty Hunter status, a character many in the industry despised because it portrays bond agents as vigilantes. Klein, the owner of affordable bail bonds in Sarasota, was pulling in about $30,000 a month. Now, he's lucky to clear $10,000 during that same period. Klein is not the only one struggling. Jimmy Rios, owner of First Exit Bail Bonds in Punta Gorda, Fort Myers and Arcadia, said business has declined 30% in recent years. He shuttered his Sarasota location due to declining business. A huge share of the blame goes to the growing incidence of pretrial services, a program introduced in the 1960s, and expanded throughout the years thanks to federal bail reform acts. It is a conditional release program that sets guidelines, including monitoring, supervision and bondsman Brent Klein says his business has been hurt by pretrial services and the housing crisis of 2008. Officials say it helps keep jails from overcrowding. Sun photo by Jonathan Scholes. Sometimes drug and alcohol screening, until a judgment is made in a defendant's court case. In most cases, the defendant is released without having to pay bail and assigned a pretrial services officer, who ensures they meet court and lawyer appearances and adhere to the judge's conditions and contingencies. There is no repercussion in pretrial services. It doesn't work, said Klein, who whittled down his staff to just one part-timer. Before 2008, it was our best year. Then, we had the housing crash. And then, pretrial supervised release really hurt us, he added. Many argue pretrial supervision is a community service and saves counties millions by lessening the wear and tear on its overcrowded jails. The bail bond industry, backed by an active lobby group, Florida Bail Agents Association, takes issue with the program, claiming it presumes people are guilty by placing restrictions on them and forces some to submit regular alcohol and drug screenings even if their original charge had nothing to do with substance abuse or trafficking. Plus, it's bad for business. We have an obligation to do the least intrusive thing but be the best stewards of government money, argued Cherise Fano-Burdine, CEO of the Maryland-based Pretrial Justice Institute, a national advocacy and education organization. Probation and parole can be complicated, but this is a low-hanging fruit on the criminal justice tree, she said of pretrial services. Pretrial services, the basics. Traditionally, those who can't afford to bail out of jail, which is typically 10% of the total bond, sit in detention awaiting their trial. This contributes to mass incarceration and highlights an economic imbalance in the criminal justice system. Washington, D.C., and New Jersey have taken more extreme measures to address overpopulation. In New Jersey, for example, voters passed a bill to nearly remove cash bail, freeing up room in its overcrowded prisons and placing more individuals on the street after arrest. Research indicates that nearly half of the people who pose the highest risk are able to buy their way out of jail before trial, often without any meaningful supervision, according to a PG study. Exactly who is released boils down to risk analysis, considering things like criminal history, ties to the community, flight risk and economic resources. And those criteria may even vary from county to county. Charlotte County tends to restrict pretrial services to misdemeanor and third-degree felony charges, while everyone in Sarasota County would at least qualify for supervised release, even those facing first-degree murder charges. Our belief is that a monetary bond doesn't stop people from committing a crime, said Larry Kitt, Program Director for Sarasota County's Pretrial Services Program. This needs to be used with certain individuals to ensure public safety. Area programs. Sarasota County's program has 10 staff members, including 8 case officers, and an annual $1.38 million budget, which includes staff salaries and benefits. It costs $3.08 a day for each defendant, but pretrial supervision along with other initiatives helped save the jail system $10 million, according to 2015 data. It also has a 75% success rate with a 3% failure to appear rate and 6% rearrest rate, Kit said. Charges were dropped for the remaining 16%. The county had a caseload of 1,832 people in 2016. Charlotte County's supervision program is much smaller. Its staff of 2 monitored 244 individuals in fiscal year 2015-16 and has a $100,000 budget. Charlotte County is picky with whom it offers pretrial diversion. The county doesn't offer services to people with prior criminal history or a history of failure to appear in court. And its 95% success rate is an illustration of the program's track record. During fiscal year 2015-16, not once did a defendant fail to appear to a court date. The program helped reduce average length of stay in the county jail and led to a savings of $790,696 last year. John Embury, Administration Services Manager at the 20th Judicial Court, said Charlotte County takes a hybrid approach to pretrial services, adding judges occasionally reduce bails to accommodate the indigent. In this scenario, bondsmen aren't cut out of the equation. Could you pay a $200 bail today? That money could go a long way, said Sherry Monroe, Criminal Division Director at the 20th Judicial Circuit, stressing the financial burden bail can have. Pretrial services also offers programs such as drug court, DUI court and mental health court for those who qualify during intake screenings. And, really, it helps promote public safety, Embury added.
Hey Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... for life hating so much. Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, what is
Sheriff's
2.5
getting a little too pushy.
is
You
the
work
hard
for
part.
us, Sheriff.
And
Just keep
keeping
that in
up.
mind. At one time, we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.